Sawadee and welcome to Thailand News Update. In today's news, bars and nightclubs to remain closed, the shutdown project to be launched to rid illegal landfills, and hundreds of local tourists stuck on a mountain for over 13 hours. All that and more coming up. Whilst we get to wait a few more days to see if and how the current COVID restrictions will be modified or lifted, the Public Health Minister has again stated that bars and nightlife will still need to remain closed. Speaking to the media yesterday, Minister Anutin Chanvirakul remarked that his ministry will change the way it reports infection numbers, focusing on recovery patients with poor outcomes from the virus, instead of headline case numbers. He said that about 80% of those who died were not vaccinated or belonged to at-risk groups. He said Thailand won't need to bring back lockdowns, but also said that nightlife venues such as pubs, bars, and karaoke parlors won't be allowed to reopen just yet. The Thai government is launching a project to get rid of illegal landfills around Bangkok. The shutdown project is led by Bangkok's environmental crime group, Green Corp. So far, 2 of the more than 20 illegal landfills were raided on the operation. A report in Thai media says that the dumps were in Bangkok's Lat Krabang district and run by a 49 and 41-year-old. Both have now been charged for turning land into landfills without permission. They said they would come up with a deal with the landowner and open for residents to leave their rubbish, charging them around 40 to 300 baht per time. Authorities report there are over 23 illegal landfills around the city, spreading in most districts. They warn all business owners and investors, especially in the property industry, to be careful when buying land that may have been used as an illegal dump. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, is heading to Thailand for an official trip. But there's a bit of paperwork to get ready, as the government puts the finishing touches on a blueprint to restarting bilateral cooperation between the two kingdoms. Foreign Affairs Minister Don Paramat Vinay says the arrangement to resume full diplomatic relations between the two countries follows the Thai PM's visit to Riyadh 2 weeks ago. He said that the official visit is likely to take place later this year. He also said that it's a priority to find a new ambassador to fill the vacant post in Riyadh after 3 decades of strained relations over what's been called the Blue Diamond Affair. Hundreds of Thai tourists were struck high and dry on top of a mountain after visiting the Naka Cave at Phulanka National Park in Bangkok province. The cave is known for a giant rock with scale-like marking and a shape that looks like a mystical serpent, the Naga. Many Thai people believe that it is a sacred spot to pray for good luck, especially the lucky numbers for the lottery. But last Saturday was a date considered by many Thais to be so sacred and powerful that wishes can come true. In fact, so many people visited the Naka Cave that many had to wait in long queues, and others were stuck on the mountain waiting to get down along the crowded path. Some visitors said they started up the mountain at 7:30 in the morning and didn't get down until 9 at night. The body of a 63-year-old German man has been found hanging on a wrought iron fence and his house on fire. Police suspect the incident is a suicide but are still investigating. The firefighters were summoned to the Kanchanaburi Villa housing estate in western Thailand. 10 fire engines were dispatched to put out the fire that broke out at the 2-story house around 3:30 a.m. yesterday. Neighbors told police that they heard 3 or 4 loud explosions from inside the home and walked outside to find the house on fire. Firefighters and police discovered 2 15-kilogram gas canisters on the second level, each surrounded by 4 charred car tires. First responders speculate that the man had set fire to them with the intent of burning down the house before hanging himself. Reports say a distressing message was spray painted inside the home, mentioning a failed 21-year relationship. The investigation continues, and the German embassy has been informed. With the Omicron variant in Indonesia leading to a spike in cases in Jakarta, officials are tightening restrictions in the capital, Bali, Bandung in West Java, and Yogyakarta in Central Java. Reports initially said foreign tourists would be barred from entering Jakarta, but the transport minister has now clarified that tourists with the proper documentation can still fly into Jakarta and Bali airports, as well as the Indonesian islands near Singapore. More than 36,000 COVID-19 infections were reported on Sunday, another 26,000 yesterday. Hospital cases have also surged a 63% bed occupancy rate in Jakarta's hospitals, up from 45% last month. Under the new rules, supermarkets, shopping centers, and restaurants will have restricted capacities, and houses of worship will be limited to 50% capacity. The health minister said they expect the peak of cases around the end of this month. And in order to improve ASEAN-U.S. relations, U.S. President Joe Biden stated that his administration is looking forward to working with Cambodia, acting as this year's ASEAN chair, in promoting the trade bloc's regional architecture. President Biden wrote a letter to Cambodian PM Hun Sen saying that he intends to invite ASEAN leaders to a special conference in Washington in the coming months. Hun Sen has responded to the president by fully supporting the summit in Washington. This week, ASEAN countries will gather in Phnom Penh to discuss Myanmar's ongoing crisis and regional security cooperation. The meeting will also address the issue of developing common solutions and processes for economic recovery of the 10-member Southeast Asian nations following the COVID-19 crisis. And now for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. The CCSA has reported 10,398 new cases of COVID-19 with 17 new deaths. According to the latest report, there are currently 94,243 in care and 8,922 released from care within the past 24 hours. And that wraps up the morning news for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest news around Thailand and the region. Also, click on the boxes here to follow and watch Good Morning Thailand with Tim and Jay, and also Thailand News Today this evening with Jed Gunther. I'm Natty from the Thaiger. สวัสดีค่ะ
Tim was sad. He had time on his hands but didn't know where to find the news. But then he remembered. The Thaiger app. All your Thai news and Thaiger videos in one place. Just a single click takes you to a one-stop connection to all the news and information in Thailand. Now Tim is happy. Available free on Apple and Android, hologram not included.